Jay, your urban reporter here, sitting against a wall at the, I guess it would be north end of Seabright Beach. Wanted to tell you basically as just as a reporter about him. So this is basically him telling about him. TJ, your roving reporter, is not just an excellent I can't read my own writing. Excellent. Oh, reporter, but he is actually a brilliant inventor with extensive self-taught knowledge of machine learning, robotics, embedded systems, hardware design, and finally, computer science. TJ grew up in the elite hills of Woodside, California. His father and BFF was Robert Charles Schmidt, a graduate of MIT in electromechanical engineering. His claim to fame is a 500 kilowatt klystron tube that provides most of the television around the world, even today. Robert, or Bob, was also a ham, that is, an amateur radio operator. Back when TJ was just a wee one, he would sit on his papa's lap, where Papa was CQing, a Morse code term for making first contact, with fellow hams. Back in the day, the internet didn't exist. If a fellow ham was first contacted, he would humbly put a card, a postcard designed specifically for hams, with their call letters actually an FCC requirement to be legally on the air, as they called it. Born in 1920, Bob did not have to fight. The reason being, pardon me, he and fellow hams all over the world would be the last communication to the in the event that military comms were defeated by the enemy. As time went on, TJ gleaned a basic or advanced degree in electrical engineering, including digital electronics, hardware design. In just asking his papa as he sat next to Papa in the ham shack, TJ then went on to teach himself software engineering. At just age 15, he started. At just 20 years old, he became one of 3 engineers responsible for testing the then brand new home computer, alternatively affectionately known as Candy and Colleen, or the Atari 400-800 home computer system. He later became director of interface with engineering It's getting really bad. On the cassette drive, disk drive, and light pen. Ooh. TJ left Atari to join a fellow engineer by the name of Paul Terrell at a little-known startup as Romox. This is really getting bad now. Was that Brad? What the heck? Popular game. Provider of reprogrammable game cartridges for all of the then popular game systems. After spending after porting, that is converting from one system to the other, 3 games to VIC-20 and Commodore 64, and at the same time inventing development systems and programming systems, EEPROM programming systems as needed. Wow. He also invented an incredibly genius way of transferring final code or test code from an Atari 800 cartridge slot directly to the VIC-20 and the Commodore 64 memory. This allowed the painful transfer of game code to be lightning fast. Competitors downloaded serially, that means real slow, their code over wires, known as RS-232. In his late 50s, he suffered yet another painful divorce, and after 10 hard years, he ended up in his second favorite city, Santa Cruz, California. Being homeless. He was living in his 40th anniversary GT convertible he called the White Horse, with a tan top. Oh my goodness, that he to this day will tell you, my BFF bought me that car. Bob died in 1999, leaving a nest egg for Mama Phyllis to live on. In 2014, Phyllis died, leaving the estate of $150,000 in precious coins, silver and gold, stock certificates, and cougarons. To be evenly distributed to all 3 boards. TJ is now, in the summer of 2019, using his creativity to carve life-size totem poles and tikis from driftwood. Wow. Being incredibly heavy, TJ has a form of Tourette's at this point, because he has been overdosing on CBD oil to solve his many painful joints, shoulders, knees, and back. Ha ha. His goal is to use only a Boy Scout pocket knife that he not recently has to sharpen quite often, wood carving tools, and a chainsaw for rough cuts. His intention, since a small child, is to leave planet Earth with an eternally lasting name, like the greats, his favorite, Albert Einstein, Da Vinci, Socrates, etc., etc. TJ, we wish you the best of luck in your latest adventure.